Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch that remote. We got a great show here. This is all going to be about a good time. We could talk about feast, about eating, about music. We're going to talk about friendship. We're going to talk about love. Well, we're not going to make love here or anything, but we're going to talk about love. And love comes in different ways, you know. So I just came in from the Philadelphia airport, and I picked up two friends that just flew in from Shaka, Sicily. And they're going to talk about MSS, the Lodge here in Norristown. And, you know, everybody attended the Lodge, the MSS. Well, you remember the fried dough. You remember the pork sandwich. Well, here are two of the most famous names in Norristown, the Catanese family and the Tanetta family. So here, representing here from, now, tell them who you are, Rock. Here's the president of MSS. All right.
Hank, how are you? I'm
All
Charlie Tornetta, president of the MSS Lodge, and we've been in existence since 1904.
Wow.
Rich Catanese, I'm the financial secretary to the MSS. Thank you so much for having us, Hank.
Oh, listen, I'm a good body too.
Yes, you
know,
are.
My father was one of the
Founders.
Family when they had to organize, what they call it, they get the charter or something.
The Founders.
Yes.
And I said, my father, he couldn't read, right, you know. So I said, Pop, how come you got it here? He says, I was the only one that had a citizenship paper at the time. But so then I was a member, you know, everybody was belonging there, was really good. And it was located on Marshall
Street.
and Violet.
Yeah, Marshall and Violet.
So, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to promote something that's going to happen on April the 6th. Get the pencil, mark it, April the 6th at the Presidential. We're going to have a Braciole night, and we're going to tell you what a Braciole night is. All right, tell me what's going on April the 6th.
On April the 6th, we're going to be honoring one of our own, whose grandfather was one of the founders of the MSS Lodge, Robert Butera.
Famous name.
Famous name,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, he was a Pennsylvania State Representative for some 16 years.
Yes.
And he also went on after that to be president of the Flyers organization for 4 years. He was then president of the New Jersey Devils when they first moved here for another 3 years. And then he was appointed head of the new Pennsylvania Convention Center
In Philadelphia.
in June of 1993.
Yeah.
And he remained their president and their executive director for another 9 years of the Pennsylvania Convention Center. And he's now retired. He lives here in West Norriton, and his family have been lifelong members of the MSS organization.
Yeah.
And we feel it's high time to honor him this year.
Great guy.
And,
now, his father was Harry Butera, was a real estate, and years ago, like a lot of Italians couldn't read or write, they'd come over in English, and they would go to him, and he would write letters for them, had to buy a property or so. So he was like really an information, like a library for the people that didn't have
Which was a big purpose of the MSS Lodge early on. It was a beneficial organization. It helped immigrants that were coming over from Shaka, Sicily, came to Norristown and needed assistance in locating jobs and in finding housing and so on.
And another great name was Sciaricca, Benny Sciaricca,
Right.
who was a state legislator, who was a judge here in Norristown.
Yes.
And then his son, Anthony, he becomes judge,
Superior
legislator.
Court judge, right.
And then he got federal judge
Right.
Of the
Superior Court.
Sixth Circuit of Appeals.
And
you
he's
know.
one
And that's
step
the
from the
next step
Supreme
to
Court.
the Supreme Court.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, you know, he retired now, but he takes cases off and on. But he would be in line he would be in Washington now.
We honored him at a Braciole night 4 years ago or
Yes.
5 years ago, I
Yeah.
believe it was,
Right.
and we had a terrific turnout. That was done at Plymouth Country Club,
Country Club,
Yeah.
right.
that year.
Yeah, you guys honored me, but I had a hip replacement. I
Yep.
couldn't walk and I couldn't
well,
be there.
no,
Tony Leodora.
They should have pushed the hospital card right into
Oh,
the
yeah.
you could have roller skated in, hadn't you?
Yeah. All right, now, about MSS. Let's talk about this. You know, I like to talk like Harry Truman. What did he say? What's new? The history we haven't read. And it's people like you that's going to make, you know, tell people what it used to be, you know. But
So-
the saint of the flag we have here, it tells you the MSS. And that statue is the one they carry. Tell us about that at Holy Savior Church.
Okay, so let me tell you about the MSS organization. And MSS stands for Maria del Soccorso de Sciacca. Okay?
Sciacca is a town in Sicily.
That is correct. It's
Right.
on the southern coast of Sicily. It is almost directly south of Palermo.
Yeah.
Right. It's right
down.
on the Mediterranean.
Right.
Right on the
Right.
Mediterranean. Sea.
Small fishing village.
Right.
So most of our ancestry has come from that part of Sicily.
What they do, like different parts of Italy would come, like in Bridgeport, the different Mundales or something over here, the Sicilians, so
Sure.
whatever.
Well,
Exactly.
our ancestors came to the east end of Norristown, mostly.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Okay, and they all come from Sciacca, that part of Sicily.
I guess the most famous thing is Catanese Flower Shop.
Well-
How many people bought flowers from Catanese? It was unbelievable on DeKalb Street.
My
right?
grandmother, grandfather, my
Right,
great-grandmother,
right.
yeah.
And the Tonetta family, you know, real estate, get everything,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, it was all through hard work and perseverance, persistence, and now they've made it easier for us. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's our turn to make it easier for our children and grandchildren.
Right.
And to drive our heritage so that our children and grandchildren
Right.
know where they really come from.
Right.
It's really, you know, it's what's great about Norristown, the diversity. You know, we have different nationalities. I know it used to be all the Irish used to be in the East End.
Yes.
Then they're up in the center, and then the West End and the East End. You know, so
So
So-
the MSS originated here in Norristown in 1904. That was when it was incorporated.
Yeah.
And what the organization really dates back to is the Middle Ages, when there were significant plagues and things to deal with. At the time, there was a Franciscan monk, and his name eludes me right now, I'm sorry, but a Franciscan monk who more or less had a vision about the Holy Mother in the form of Maria del Soccorso.
I think that was San Calogero, right?
It may be. It may be.
They have a shrine up there in Sciacca, overlooking Sciacca,
Yeah.
to San Calogero. Right?
So he had this vision, and the vision of the Madonna with the club in her hand and
yeah.
protecting the children
Uh-huh.
and carrying, of course, the baby Jesus.
Yeah.
And so it dates back to the Middle Ages. Our organization truly dates
It's
back
almost
that
like
far.
a Song of Bernadette. She went over there and she saw an image.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Something,
Yep.
know.
And so when our ancestors came over from Sciacca to Norristown, they felt it was important to continue the tradition of honoring Maria del Soccorso de Sciacca.
Yeah.
And that's really how we've come this far.
So
And
they
what the-
honored on a certain, what day did he honor the lady when you have the feast?
The feast
August-
is always August 15th. August 15th, Mezzogost,
Now-
the middle of August,
All
okay?
right, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Have you witnessed what the ceremony they do in Shaka? It's a very elaborate. I
Very
understand they
elaborate.
get the sailors barefooted.
Right. It's only the sailors are allowed to carry her over in Sciacca. They're called the Marinari, all right? They're the
The
sailors.
Marinari means sailors.
Means sailors, right.
Marinari.
They carry the statue of the Blessed Mother out from the altar of the church. They open up the big oak doors, bring her out. They do it at night there because in August in Sicily, as you know, it's very hot.
Yeah.
So they wait until dusk, right? And then early evening, they bring her out. The whole town is lit up. Everybody is out there. And it's just
The
it's a
sailors are
sight to behold.
barefooted, right?
The sailors are barefooted,
And,
yes.
and the reason that the heritage is the sailors is because when the original statue of La Madonna came down from Palermo by boat, they didn't have enough people to carry it. So they asked all the fishermen to come
Sailors.
help.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
They had to go
that-
out. They had to go out to the ship because they couldn't send a little dinghy out.
never
She was
knew
too
that.
heavy.
Yeah.
So they sent the sailors out. They carried her in from the ship. Right, brought her in, brought her up to the church. Yeah, the
Put her on the
Quesimiada.
altar.
Right, and brought her in and put her up on the altar.
And then the ceremony out to the shore.
To the yes,
Yep.
to the Mediterranean Sea.
Ain't nothing like in New Jersey when they get in the winter they run out in the water with the swimming suits. That's what the guys are.
It's not
That's
it's not the polar.
But
No, it's not the polar bear plunge. No, it's not the polar bear
no,
plunge.
no, not like that, you know.
Right.
But that is now. Okay, now all these Sicilians that come to Norristown, some couldn't read English or just couldn't speak and had to learn. And that's what we had. There was a family by the name of Ferry, who was an undertaker. He was very helpful with the Italian community.
So
and I
was
understand
Lauro, right?
that there was Ferry, the undertaker. There was like people, Italian Sicilians died, and didn't have enough money for the funeral. So he told them, says, "Look, why don't you organize, get some money?"
Right.
And they did, and that's how this organization of the MSS was founded, with to help bury their dead.
Right.
With honor,
Right.
you know.
That's why it
And
was called-
That's where we do. Now you have your feast, you have your lodge, so things change now that you have to. Go ahead. So we
Right.
won't talk about that. We're going to talk about the good days, right?
Okay.
Sure.
Yes, it was started as a mutually beneficial society to help bury the dead or to help pay medical expenses if someone got sick, okay?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Right, because
yeah.
they had no life insurance or health benefits back then.
I was
the early
a member.
1900s.
Years. That's it. I was
That's
a member.
amazing.
You know how much
Yeah,
I paid? $5 a month.
Yeah, it's 10 times that
That was
now.
heavy stuff then.
Yeah.
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 I think it was $5 a year, maybe,
Yeah.
not a month.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so we've been charged with carrying on that tradition to make sure that it doesn't fall by the wayside, all right? We want to honor our heritage. We want to carry on the tradition. So every year, we still bring the Blessed Mother out of Holy Savior Church,
right.
August 15th, or that weekend anyway,
Now
the closest.
you're asking for volunteers. We want some young guys, strong guys, because that
Absolutely.
thing weighs how many pounds? You ever
over-
weigh it?
Yes, yeah, it's over 2,000 pounds. It's over 2,000 pounds.
Well, you
okay?
know, one year I was in charge of the feast, okay? And so there was somebody was saying, look, we don't have enough people to carry it. He said, we'll have enough people there. So the one guy says, well, let's put it in a car because we couldn't carry it. So they says, don't do that. The one guy says, don't do that. You know, the saint won't like that. The saint wants that. So they put it on the car. They got to the top of the hill of Arian Sandy, and
The car died.
the car started.
Caught fire.
Yeah, it was overheating, you know.
Overheating and everything.
Get it
Yeah,
out of there. They
yeah.
carried the rest. No more.
Right.
No more. You got to carry it on your shoulder,
Right.
just like that, you know.
It takes 24 men to carry her, okay? 24 men is what we have carrying her.
Yeah, but you got everybody squeezing in once to get in there.
Exactly,
yeah.
yes.
They all want to
Right,
help.
right.
So and then, as the scene goes over, people stop and they put money, $1. They make a donation.
They still do
to the-
that now and then, yes, as a donation to the
Great
church.
tradition.
Right.
Great
Right.
tradition, you know.
Oh, I want to correct myself. We now have, and we have had for the past, at least 10 years, one woman that helps carry, and that is,
Oh, yeah?
that's Leah Melito.
Melito.
Leah Melito. She, along with all the other men, she's the one woman that helps carry.
Why
And
only one?
she's the only one that volunteers.
Yeah.
And she comes and she's been carrying
She's
for
in
Oh, you
years.
have to change that.
Yeah, she's been carrying
What's
for
the
years.
same thing with the Mummers Parade? Used to be nothing but no women, but now they got women there. Got
Sure.
everybody there.
Yeah.
Sure.
World's changing, right?
Yeah.
World's changing.
So, all right, now you two, you're the financial,
Financial secretary to the
right?
MSS, that's right.
And you're the president.
I'm the
All right.
president, yes.
So, now, tell me this what do you call it? The benefit here of with not Harry.
Oh, with Bob
Bob
Butera?
Butera,
The
yeah,
Braciole
yeah.
night. Okay.
So the menu. You got a Braciole. You know what a
Right.
Braciole is? Tell me what a Braciole is.
Go ahead, Charlie.
A Braciole is flank steak, very nice thin
like
piece
a,
of steak.
like a steak.
Yes, right, nice
Thin.
and very thin.
You pan
right?
it out, right?
Right.
Then what?
Then they put a layer of prosciutto,
Prosciutto.
yes, prosciutto, egg, a hard-boiled egg,
Hard-boiled egg.
right?
Cut.
Some breadcrumbs,
Breadcrumb.
some garlic. Always got to have some
Oh,
garlic.
yeah, I gotta put a little bit of garlic
right?
there.
Some parsley, whatever. Some Parmesan cheese. some
Parmesan cheese.
Right. You roll
Then
that
you roll
bad
it.
boy up. Put
Yeah.
some.
That my mom used
Some
to
tomato-
prove it.
She would try it. Yeah.
Serve
she
it
tried
with
that.
some tomato sauce.
And I-
Yeah.
Swallow it.
You bake it. You let it.
And put it in the sauce.
in the sauce, in the gravy, right? You let it cook in there for hours, okay?
Oh.
It becomes so nice and tender, just falls apart. You serve it with the
yeah.
tomato sauce. It's out of this world.
Right.
And Gussie has been doing a great job of it over at Presidential.
Presidential.
Right,
That's on
yes.
April
Gus
6th. What
Mandrake.
time's that? Around 6?
6:30. 6:30, we
yeah.
kick it off, right?
Have any entertainment? You want me to go
It's-
over there and sing?
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
we do.
Yeah, we'd
We
love
want
you
you.
to sing.
You know what? I got a guy, oh my God, if I could get him, South Korean opera singer.
Wow.
And he sings, so I heard him sing one day, and he can't speak English.
Mm-hmm.
He's an opera singer in South Korea. So I asked him to come on the show. So I said, look, and he sang a couple opera songs,
Mm-hmm.
from Rigoletto or something.
Neat.
I said, you sing Italian song? He hit O Solo Mio.
Yeah,
Oh,
no kidding.
Madonna. He's in like Pavarotti.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Solo Mio. He hit a note. And then the bulb starts shaking.
Yeah.
If I could get him, boy, he'll surprise everybody.
Sure, that'd
be
I don't
fun.
know if he'd do it. He might be in Korea now. I don't know.
But the Braciole night itself is in the form of a roast. So we're
Oh.
we're going to be having fun at Bob's expense, hopefully.
yeah.
That's the plan.
Yes.
yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit. All good-humored, good-natured fun.
I know this is open. You don't have to be a Sicilian.
No,
No.
absolutely not. You can
Go meet
yeah,
good friendship and all,
just come and join us. Let us know ahead of time because we have to reserve, and Gus has to make enough Braciole.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there'll be something posted on the show showing who to contact, which would be either Dave Carpani or Jim Catagnis.
Yeah.
Give them a phone call. Let them know how many people you have coming, and we'll include you. We'll assign you to a table, or if you want to have a table of your own, there are groups that have a table of 8, or a table of 7, or a table of 10. By all means, we can accommodate all of that.
All right,
Okay.
do you have a phone number or somebody?
The phone numbers are on the
flyer.
banner. Yes.
Okay, and then I think John Doyle will flash us on the screen.
Yes.
All right. Now, I have a question from the balcony. The guy up there with that blue shirt. He says here, you read it. That's one of the questions he wants to know.
Why have you chosen to honor Bob Butera?
Why?
Okay. Well, we always try to honor one of our own, first and foremost.
Right.
Okay. In the past, as we've said, we've honored Hank Cisco.
Yeah.
We've honored Anthony Chirica, Judge Anthony Chirica,
Russell Bono.
Chief Russell Bono, Sheriff
Yeah.
Russell Bono. He's
People
been
that
both. Yes.
contributed to the community, yeah.
Right. Dr. Joseph Domino.
And he did a lot.
Yes, he
did.
did.
a lot here
All
for
of whom are members of our organization.
Right. Now, as I had mentioned earlier also, Bob's grandfather, Bob Butera's grandfather, was one of the original founding members
Right.
of the MSS. Bob's father was a secretary for the MSS
Yeah. Was
and
it-
took all of the minutes.
They were the only ones that had any education or
Right.
speak English.
Right.
And
But they
And-
saw a need, and they filled it.
I want to say, when I was a member there, they had Sam Maniscalco was the
When
president.
I was a member there?
Yeah.
When I was a
You're
member
always
there?
once
What do you
you're a
mean?
member,
Once
you're a member for
you're
life.
a member.
Huh?
You're still a member.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that. But I'm 93 years old. I forget once in a while. Give me a break. There was Monastero was the president. Then it was Barabli, Harry.
Harry, sure.
The father.
Yeah, the father, Joseph
Yeah.
Morales.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was a Monastero was an M, Morabli was an M, and it was and the lodge is MSS,
Right.
and they says Morabli said so.
Exactly. Yeah. The
So-
Monastero
Monastero
said so.
you
Yeah.
know.
When they say, what does
And-
the MSS stand for?
And then I
Morales
was
said
there,
so. Yeah.
and and here they had the way they voted with the black ball.
Black
and
ball,
you got
white
voted,
ball.
you know.
Yes, right.
It was unbelievable. I was a police officer then,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to escort the feast, going all
Yes.
around
Yeah.
that up Walnut Street,
Street.
to Sandy Street, to Tremont Street, to
Right.
Moore Street, down Moore Street,
Yeah.
to Walnut Street, down Walnut Street in front of the church, and then the big celebration with Verdi's band playing.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh, my
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah, Nick
great.
Surgini back then. Nick Surgini was in charge of the Verdi band.
Who?
Nick Surgini?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and-
then Marcella. Marcella was the leader
director?
of the band,
Yes.
But this was one of the years, if I get it here. Here is one celebration.
Our 90th anniversary.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And this, and here's the priest come over from Italy.
Yep.
Yes, yeah. The Archbishop of Shaka, Father Falanga.
Yeah.
Father
yeah.
Falanga came over, along with, he brought 2 busloads of Sicilians with him.
Yeah, and they
to come
stayed
over.
with different
They stayed here
relations
for a
and
couple
all.
of weeks. Yes,
It was a big turnout.
yes.
But I want to, one picture, here's your relation,
Yep.
cat niece, right?
Yep.
And my father, here's back, who was president back in 1904, Filippo Catanaro, Mirabili, Catanaro, Balasano, that's my relation. And my father's in there someplace. Maybe they couldn't spell his name.
Gotcha.
But there's one guy here, I want to show you a picture. He had more class, the leader of the band. Where are you? He's there someplace. Well, this was a book. Now, most of these people, here's the Gennardi family,
Yep.
and here's Montalbano family,
Right.
Yep.
And yes, the Gennardis
They
from
were
the Gennardi
all,
supermarkets.
Yeah, here's the Mirabili family.
Their whole family
Yep.
was members of the
Yeah.
MSS. We're members.
I think, let's see my buddy here. Well, he's there someplace.
Okay. Who were you looking for, Hank?
I'm looking for the Marcella, the band leader.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's there. Most likely he's on a tour. Well, all right. So, all right, now you have your feast. All right, we have pork sandwiches.
Yes, we do.
Venezia,
Yes.
Yep.
right?
Carl
Venezia.
Venezia meats.
Tell
Yep.
me about how successful. Then you have the fried dough, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Now that's the feast. You're going to have it. Let's talk about that.
Okay. We always have the feast the closest weekend, the closest Sunday to August 15th. Okay?
August 15th.
So this year it'll be August 13th, and it's at Holy Savior Hall, right after the Mass and procession.
It's Holy Savior Hall
It's-
on Airy Street.
yeah,
On Airy
Sa-
Street.
Savior
Yeah.
Hall.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
It's
Savior
all-
Hall.
it's
Savior
a
Hall.
School auditorium.
Exactly.
Holy Savior School.
Right.
Cafeteria.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that Monsignor D'Elia built. Monsignor
Yeah.
D'Elia, and then Cavalucci
Yeah, his
finished it.
picture's
right.
there with one of the couple other archbishops.
Yeah, with the Pope and all that,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so that's where we have it. It's August 13th, that's Sunday. And first we have Mass at Holy Savior Church, then the procession. We bring the statue of the Blessed Mother out, carry her through the streets of the East End, bring her back, and we have our feast at Savior Hall that whole day.
In the air conditioning in the middle
In
of
the
the
air
summer.
conditioning.
What's
That's
that?
right.
In the air conditioning in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, air conditioning.
Yeah, so it's
Yes.
very
So
comfortable.
it's nice and cool inside.
no extra charge for the
No
air
extra-
conditioning.
That's thanks to the
let
Gallo
me tell you,
brothers.
St. Patrick's and St. Joseph, and I was in New Orleans, and they have a combined feast
Yep.
and parade, Now here we had Conshohocken Bakery. They do St. Joseph with the fava bean, and they twist the bread
St.
in
Joseph's bread,
crosses
yes,
and
right.
rosary beads and all.
Yes.
It's a great thing, and I think
Dominic
it's going to
Gambone,
keep it
yes,
going.
right.
Yep.
But there's a story that goes with it. In Sicily, there was a famine with no rain, drought. People were starving. Nothing was growing. And the only thing was growing was the fava bean. Okay. So the only thing people were surviving were eating the fava bean. And so finally they prayed to St. Joseph. If you let it rain and get the props grow, he says, we'll have a feast. We'll feed the poor. I'll have a table of food. So on the 19th of March, March is a great month, you know, for religion. Two great saints. So on the 19th, it rained. Beautiful. Everybody's dancing in the rain. And so next thing you know, they have what they call a St. Joseph table or altar. Yep. And everybody brought food, like wine and flowers and bread and all kinds of food. Right. And there's a big celebration. So the only thing that the people were able to survive was with the fava bean. The fava bean. Mm-hmm. So the fava bean became a lucky bean. Mm-hmm. And they say a tradition, and it's a Sicilian tradition, that if you carry this fava bean in your possession, and I always have one in my pocket, you'll never be broke and you'll never be hungry. So, here's a fava bean for you.
Thank you, Hank.
And I'm going to have a fava bean for the camera people and John Doyle and everybody. So everybody will be happy, you know.
Thank you.
So there's a lot of traditions, and I love, that's why I want this program. I always say to John Doyle, I want to bring back traditions from every nationality, you know. Sure. And I'm so proud of people like you to keep the,
keep it going.
Right, keep the drums beating, you know.
Exactly.
Going.
Yeah, and we're grateful for people like you as well, Hank.
Oh my God, look, I got more questions from the audience. And this guy over here, the lady over there with that pink dress. All right, you read that.
What's this say? Okay, so the question is, who are the roasters at Braciole night? Our plan is to ask our guest, Bob Butera, to give us some of his friends that would be most appropriate to roast him. Of course, we've got our own keynote speaker that we typically have every single year is our good friend, Tony Leodora. You know Tony. Tony is terrific at turning the screws on our guests a little bit without going too far overboard.
We'll have to baptize him, rebaptize him with the Sicilian. There's another one.
What kind of experience is the Braciole night? Well, it's a dinner very much in the style of the Dean Martin roast. So while our guests are eating a terrific Braciole meal, we will be presenting Bob Butera with a number of different guests who intend to roast him up a little bit.
So, all right, got 30 seconds. We're going to go.
Uh-oh.
Tell me what you're going to do.
April 6th.
April 6th, Thursday night, 6:30 p.m., presidential. Call the number you'll see on the screen, the phone numbers for Jim Catagnis or Dave Carpani, and be there.
And please come join us as well at our feast each and every summer, the middle of August.
And now, who I'll be there. So, April the 6th, presidential, Braciole night. Uè Mari, quando sono tetto per te. That's all I know. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for allowing us to come into your house, in your home, wherever you're in their kitchen. So, until we meet again, may God bless each and every one. Keep bobbing and weaving, and keep your trunks off the canvas. Okay,
great job.
Alla salute.
Thank you, Hank.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Alla salute.
Chendan.
I mean to your health. And if you got your health, baby, you got it all.
Got everything.
Alla salute. He used to be a prison guard in Philadelphia. I locked him up. It's me a hard time. Joe goes, takes care of him.
Fix them up.
Kathy's better,
but my ancestry is Zoom.